So people join our community to improve their public speaking, communication, and leadership skills. Some people also join our club to improve their language skills. And in Russia, there are several clubs where you can practice speaking in Russian, English, German, and French. And overall, there are 16,000 clubs across the globe, so you may improve other language skills as well. The first Toastmasters Club was founded by Ralph Smedley in 1924. So as you can see, our community is more than 100 years old. This community has existed for more than a century thanks to people who are ready to support one another, grow together, and give their time, efforts, and energy so that other people can flourish and develop their speaking skills as well. Each club is run by volunteers, and our club is not an exception, unfortunately. No. Every year, a new team of officers take on leadership responsibilities to keep our club active and developing. Now I would like to introduce those people who contribute to the success and prosperity of our club. And the first person is absent today. It's our Vice President of Membership, Bulat Safiulian. Let's applaud. So he is responsible for the growth and retention of our members. The next person is Alexander Baranov. He is Vice President of Public Relations, and he promotes our club and keep everyone informed through updates and announcements. So let's applaud. The next person is our secretary, Tatiana Gladышeva. Please stand up. So Tanya prepares and prints the agenda and other materials that are necessary for the organization of our meeting. Thank you. The next person is Sergeant at Arms, Alina Stepanova. Alina manages the equipment and ensures that everything runs smoothly during the meeting. And the next person is our treasurer, Valeria Pogorelova. Valeria manages club's finances and submits international dues to the headquarters. Yes, and Valeria also supports our team as a former club president, sharing her wisdom and experience of leading this club. Thank you. I would like to also thank our club mentors, Valeria Pogorelova, Anna Rubinina, and Martina Abraceventa, who help our members with their projects and speeches. That's the place. And me, the president, I manage the team of officers and ensure that everything runs smoothly. So in 2 months, there will be new officer elections. Yes. So if you would like to take one of those leadership roles that I mentioned, please reach out to me or any club officers that I mentioned above. I know that it might sound as a huge responsibility, but believe me that this is also a very rewarding experience because you not only develop your management and communication skills, you also have a chance to see how other people grow thanks to your support, and this is great. Okay, So before we move further, I would like to invite our guests. Do we have guests? I think we don't have guests today. Okay, so yeah, I can invite to the stage our Toastmaster of the day, Dmitry Rutinyan. What's the mic?
So, I'm trying to remember what was the theme of today's meeting. And to be honest, I found Serenity, so I don't remember it. But the meeting is themed Search for Serenity. And I think we are fortunate enough that today we are not at Gorky's Park, but in another location. And we have an opportunity to touch the grass after the meeting or in the interim to stay connected to spring. But if you are okay with it, I would like to start the meeting with a little poetry. Would you like? All right. I've discovered American poet Robert Frost not too long ago, and I would like to read to you "Not Close the Windows." Lera joked today if I am deliberately trying to get sick, and I am not. It happens by itself, usually. Okay, now close the windows and hush all the fields. If the trees must, let them silently toss. No bird is singing now, and if there is, be it my loss. It will be long ere the marshes resume. It will be long ere the earliest bird. So close the windows and not hear the wind, but see all wind stirred. And you may have just listened to it and thought, what is the meaning of all that? And I think a lot of English poetry is usually about finding serenity in the metaphors poets use, because usually it is way more complicated to understand another layer of language that is not usual for us, right? I mean, you have absolutely no idea of the metaphors people in the other culture use, because we do not live here there. And we have absolutely no idea whatsoever why and when they use these things. So I believe that such little encounters are really useful to get a peek and to find some serenity in it. Yes. And for some other thoughts on serenity, I would like to invite our thought of the day, Daria Ostrovskaya.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters and maybe guests. Have you ever had a moment when everything feels too much? Too many messages, too many tasks, too many thoughts in your head at the same time. I had one of those moments recently. I was sitting at my desk, switching between tabs, answering messages, trying to be productive. But instead of feeling efficient, I felt completely overwhelmed. And at some point, I just stopped. I felt my laptop. I sat in silence. And for the first time that day, I actually noticed how I felt. Not productive, not successful, just exhausted. And that's when I realized something important. Serenity is not something we find after everything is done. Because let's be honest, everything is never done. Serenity is something we create in the middle of chaos, in small moments, in pauses, in choosing to slow down even when the world tells us to speed up. For me, serenity is not a perfect moment routine or a quiet life, something far away. No, it's much simpler. It's a deep breath before I answer a difficult message. It's a short walk without my phone. It's allowing myself to not have everything under control. We often think that to feel better, we need to change our lives completely. But maybe we just need to change how we show up in these moments. So next time, when everything too much, don't try to fix everything at once. Pause, breathe, and ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do right now to feel a little more calm? Because serenity is not far away. It's already here. We just need to notice it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was wonderful. And I'm glad that Daria caught on the essence of Serenity for today's meeting. I actually wanted to start the next part with asking you, how do you think what destroys, disassembles all serenity in your life? Mostly. Yes. Anxiety, right. And I believe that Dasha caught on the part that we have to let go of some control over our lives and let ourselves be not only not anxious, but also free of it. And it is really important for achieving at least some serenity and some inner peace. Thank you for it. And if we are asking ourselves about anxiety, I believe there are a lot of things that cause us to be anxious in a modern world. After all, we live in 2026. Every day, something happens. Only yesterday, Greenland was a normal country, and now, who knows? And I think that one of the best parts of our club that we strictly forbid some parts of human life from entering it. So we are less anxious and less open to these storms that wander around us, and we can just go out and relax here. And I am really grateful for it, to all of us. But if we're talking about things that wander around, there are also some things that wander here too. And they prevent us from making our speeches great. And thus, I would like to invite to the stage our counter, Artem Grachov. Thank you.
Good evening, dear guests and Toastmasters. But it's black, yeah? So you know, this means so and such other words. We do not use them, and if you will use it, you will have an opportunity to be in the top list of the users of these words. I think that's all. Have a nice day.
Yeah, challenge accepted. I am up for the task. And if we are moving further, I believe there is also one other thing that we have to keep in our minds if we are thinking about being grounded and being relaxed, because it's really important to have some time for it, right? We cannot always be in absolute serenity. We cannot always be grounded, and usually we do not make time for it. We just roam through one day, another day, and it becomes a week. After that, it becomes a month, a year, 10 years, and somehow you're 50. Well, a sad picture, right? Nobody wants it really to go like that. So I believe that another important piece that we have to find time. And finding time needs some assistance. And that's why I have to invite on the stage our timer who will help us today with it. Yes, thank you. Ekaterina Yarashova will tell us about how we should be time vigilant.
Yeah, but I'm not going to take much of your time so that you have more time to look for your serenity. There are no guests, and I guess you all know the drill. Well, I'm going to remind you the time frame of today's meeting. Table topics speakers should limit their remarks to not more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. It means that you're doing fine. You are almost there. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, you will see this yellow card, which means that it's time to wrap it up. And at 2 minutes, go, finish, and leave as soon as you can. Those who give their icebreakers, their speech is between 4 and 6 minutes long, and you will see the green card when you reach 4 minutes. Once you reach 5 minutes, there will be this yellow card, and at 6 minutes, stop, yeah, and wrap it up. Other speeches should be between 5 and 7 minutes. After 5 minutes, you will see the green card. After 6 minutes, you will see the yellow card. And after 7 minutes, you will see the red card. Well, keep calm and keep it brief.
Okay. It's right, right? Then it's right. Yes. So we have talked about the time, and we have talked about some thoughts. We have talked about even keeping our speeches clean of different non-very usable words. But I haven't asked you yet. The only thing I've talked from the beginning was being calm and being relaxed, but there is one other thing I believe that is crucial really for finding serenity. What do you think it is? That's a good one, but we don't have enough funding for that. it will never be enough because we're not Canada, the happiest country in the world, by the happiness index and by amount of cocaine per capita. So yes, but if we are turning to the part where we are relaxed, I believe that it is also crucial to have fun. Yeah, we all like to have fun, don't we? I mean, it would be really sad if we only kept ourselves grounded, peaceful, and like Buddhist monks in the temple, just sitting in the tree pose and blah, blah, blah. So I believe it is really necessary to have some extracurricular activities. And Tatiana Gladышeva today will help us with it because she is our Toastmaster today.
Is it on? Good. Dear fellow Toastmasters, Serenity, this is something we are searching constantly, especially nowadays. When I was thinking about it today, I remembered a quote. The darkest hour is just before a dawn. But on the other hand, when you know that current hour is the darkest, that concept works even better. And that's how I lost Serenity again. By the way, the quote about the darkest hour belongs to Winston Churchill. And that guy is famous for being positive and strong person, as well as outstanding speaker. And being your quiz master tonight, I wish you to be strong, positive, attentive listener, and towards the end of the meeting, I will check your listening skills. We are going to have fun, as our Toastmaster has mentioned. And I promise you that towards the end of the day, your life is going to be sweeter because I prepared chocolate candies for you. Have fun, guys.
Thank you very much. So, since we've covered all the buckets necessary to start the meeting and presented all roles of people who will help me to guide you through the day, or it would be better to say through the evening, right? We can now move to the stage where some of us with prepared speeches will tell us different stories and keep us entertained for the rest of the night. And first of all, yeah, well, at least I hope so. And the first speech would be Project Icebreaker, Level 1, Engaging Humor. Arina Zdvishkova will tell us about her DIY ideas. Yeah. Not yet.
Да. Hello, dear Toastmasters. By now you probably know my name. I'm Arina. So right now you might be wondering, why have I chosen this topic, DIY? Apparently DIY stands for do it yourself and refers to some handicraft. However, I'm going to perceive this phrase in a different way, as an approach to one's life. So my objective for the today's speech is not only to present myself to the club, but also to prove my point. I believe that your accomplishments are in your hands. So, as a student, one of the most challenging and nerve-wracking milestones of my life was the process of passing the state's exams, which is rendered into Russian as ЕГЭ. Exams made everyone's school life miserable, such a pain in the neck. Surprisingly enough, our school didn't show much concern in our preparation, and all of the topics were covered rapidly fast. No one could concentrate. That left me with a pile of books on my table and with one thought that ran through my mind from time to time. Может быть, все-таки в колледж? However, I tried to avoid it, and I didn't want it to make me rethink my life choices. So I ended up writing a lot of sheets of paper by hand weekly. So I also created my own plans for studying. So one day, I am studying the criminal law of Russian law system. The other day, I'm recalling why Gerasim drowned Mumu. As you can see, it got more and more pessimistic with time. So could it get any worse? It could. The best and the worst idea was to ask my teachers for additional tutoring. I was really bad at writing essays. So I wrote several extra essays and handed them in to my teacher. I was so fed up with all of this, and I wanted her to taste the torture as well. In short, I troubled her with checking several other pieces of writing weekly. I was also not sure in my social studies. So I stayed for the 8th lesson with my teacher to practice, and so on and so forth. I bet that by the end of the year, they hated me. Frankly speaking, the annoyance was mutual. I'm joking. In fact, it was totally worth it, because never did I ever receive a poor mark for the tasks I had practiced additionally. Cross my heart and hope to die, I'm telling the truth. So the questions I ask myself are, would I have improved my knowledge if I had relied only on the school program? No, I would not. Would I have received better results if I believed that studying at night before the exam is effective? No, I would not. And did self-preparation and do-it-yourself approach play the most dramatic role? Yes, they certainly did. So the essence of my speech today is that I recommend not to hold out too much hope that the circumstances will somehow encourage you to lay your hand on that one task you've been postponing, or that somebody else will come to rescue. In my view, it is up to you to take action and to do it yourself.
Thanks, Arina. It was a wonderful first speech, and I can only say congratulations for giving your first speech in the club. Round of applause for Arina. I can say I lost some serenity because I remembered my own school years. Yeah, it was really bad. So thanks God it has passed, and it will never happen again. It's only worse from here on. So yeah. And I would like to invite our next speaker. It would be a project Writing a Speech with Purpose, Level 1, Engaging Humor. Dare to Suck, Tea, and Chevapchichi. And welcome on stage, Lazar. Thanks. Well, it's yours.
Thank you. Is it good? Is it white? Oh, you don't see it? Hey guys, I just realized one thing when I came here. I realized that preparation is actually very important when you're actually giving a speech, and I understand it very well now. Actually, good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. Tonight I would like to talk about Dare to Suck, Tea, and Chevapchichi. Musical band Aerosmith once a week had a meeting called Dare to Suck. Dare to Suck is a meeting where you throw your stupidest ideas, and eventually some of the stupidest ideas turn out to be genius. On these meetings, they used to say and play anything that comes to their minds. And some of the stupidity turn into greatness. I pretty much dare to suck all the time, but I just call it suck because my dare to suck ideas are suck, but I keep trying. Since I came to Moscow, people always ask me, would you like a tea? And I always tell them, in Serbia, we drink coffee, we don't drink tea. In Serbia, you drink tea only if you're sick. So you're kind of sick and laying at your bed, and they come to you and they give you something and tell, drink this is going to help you. And you say, what is it? It is a powerful thing called tea. And you say, oh, this thing must help me. And you get better straight away. We actually don't drink tea so much that we even have an expression. White people in Britain drink tea all the time. It's because they are sick. Of course, we would never say that for our Russian brothers, and especially not for our Russian sisters. These ones are precious. Cevapcici. No, it's not correct. It's not correct. Cevapcici. Cevapcici are meat products, and one of the favorite dishes in Serbia. They're made from 2 different types of meat and spices. I've seen in Moscow you have cevapcici in the stores as well. In Serbia we have them too. We just buy them in the local butcher shop, where actually they're really, really good and really, really tasty. We bake them on barbecue and they smell and taste so good. Everyone loves them. Kids and grown-ups, drunk men and sober women. Now, why did I tell you all of this? It's because I suck, and in my suckness I wrote some words and I adapted them to the already existing song. And because I don't know how to sing, Tamira, you can do that. because I don't know how to sing, I'm going to say it. I think it's fun. My second wife thinks it's because I'm a narcissist, egoist, and selfish. My first wife thinks it's because I'm a piece of shit. I drink coffee, I don't take tea, my dear. I like my cevapcici from both sides. You can hear it in my accent when I talk. I'm a Serbian in Moscow. See me walking down Gogolski Boulevard. A walking king here at my side. I'll take it everywhere I walk. I'm a Serbian in Moscow. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm a Serbian in Moscow. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm a Serbian in Moscow. Thank you very much. I appreciate your help. Actually, you probably noticed that I took some singing lessons directly from Mr. Sting. We practiced on Desert Rose. Actually, it's my favorite. I like this thing, and actually, I want to make a song out of this thing for my Serbian fellows who live in Moscow, because you probably know there is a lot of Serbian people live in Moscow, unfortunately, but I really think that this thing could help them. Thank you very much, guys. God bless.
What? So, oh, it's green? It's definitely not right. Yeah.
Slide button that has the power.
Power over the color. Yeah. We're adding another song to our playlist. Power over the color. That would be some heavy rock stuff. And I would like to say to thank Lazar for his speech. It was really wonderful, and I did not expect the song. Yes, so I would love a round of applause for this. Yeah, thank you, Lazar. And I believe that this ability to be so easygoing, to be so engaging, is really important to find any serenity in this world. So congrats with your second speech. And now I would like to invite to the stage our last speaker for the night. His project is Vocal Variety and Body Language, Level 1, Dynamic Leadership. A lifelong struggle, or how I try to learn English. Dmitry Dubrovsky. Please, welcome on stage. Thanks. And floor is you.
Okay. Good evening, dear fellow Toastmaster and absent guests. Today, I want to tell you a story that has lasted all my life. A story of struggle, of hope, disappointment, and always trying to start again on Monday. Yes, the story how I try to learn English. And I will be honest with you, English is still winning. It all began more than 30 years ago at school, like more of you. We have a wonderful teacher that she believes the best way to teach English was through fear. She walked into the classroom and only word we could remember was help. We learned two fixed expressions. First was London is the capital of Great Britain. And the second, I don't know. And the second one we used much more often. To improve my English or school results, I signed up to Yeshka courses. Maybe some of us remember these courses. These courses are journals that came by email. In mail, you go to the post office, took the journals and go to home. Then carefully you stack up in a pile on your desk and think, I'll be do it on weekend. Then you have full collection. Honestly, I learned all the lessons. Results, I learned how to say my name is Dima, like a native speakers. But I didn't learn how to say and you. So every conversation ends right after I introduce myself. Then came an adult life with Dennis School. It was very serious. Teachers, tests, exams, and homework. I went, I tried, I studied. But it was very successful. Then was university and postgraduate school. I thought this time they really forced me, and they did. They made me write an academic paper, and I use Google Translator for this task. And I was surprised when some reviewer wrote to me, please never do this again. Then was a tutor, actually a good one tutor. She believed in me more than I believe in myself. One day, she made me watch Friends without subtitles. You know the saying, Friends is the best show to learn English. For me, it was a serial about how six people constantly discussing something. And I only understand the laugh track. The next step for me was an English club in Moscow. It was a place where people sitting around and speaking fluently, discussing everything, politics, religion, life, and I sitting and trying to build sentence in my head. I like tea sometimes. By the time I building my sentence, the topics has changed 3 times. Then began the era of online courses and motivational videos on YouTube. I have installed all the program apps like a Lingualeo, speaking Duolingo and also. And they sent me every morning judgmental notifications. You need to practice English. I felt like a debtor to a green owl. But the climax of my story was 2020. I decided, enough theory. I need a deep dive into English. I planned to go to the heart of England, Oxford. 3 weeks living with an English family, total immersion. I just imagined. Over breakfast, we discussed the weather. Over lunch, we discussed politics. And by the evening, I'll be quoting Shakespeare. I paid a deposit, bought a suitcase, and download the app How Not to Get Lost in London. I was ready. And then COVID-19 hit. Border closed. My course was postponed until summer, then postponed again and again. And then, well, you know what happened next. It was 2022. Fate clearly said to me, not today, my friends. And I'm here now in Toastmasters, and I think maybe here, finally. And what do you say? What do you know? I think. I still believe some days I will speak fluently. Maybe not perfect, maybe with accent, maybe with pauses, but with a story. The story has lasted a lifetime because for me, English is not just a language, it's my personal marathon. It's my drama, it's my comedy, but perhaps one day, my victory. Thank you.
And I would like to congratulate Dmitry on his another speech and then on his brilliant, really brilliant, how would I say it? On how you've shown us dramedy of your life, how it was engaging, funny, and I believe we all felt how different turns of your life really helped you to move further or a little bit down, but in the end, you're still running this marathon, and I would like to give you a round of applause for that. It was wonderful. Thanks a lot. And now I believe we have a 10-minute break, after which we will all reassemble again into one big fellow Toastbuster and have yeah, and have our round of table topics. So please come back after a short. Yeah, I'm scared now. So we are officially on the track again, and I hope you found some peace in the interim. And if you didn't, well, it's your loss. And now we're moving on to the table topic session. I believe Katya already told you, but I have to remind you that our table topics are quite short. You will be given 30 seconds before you have to speak, and your speech, well, it would be quite well if it lasts no longer than 2 minutes, I believe, right? Yes, no longer than 2 minutes. And for our table topic session, I would like to invite on stage Полина. Бум-бум-бум. У меня проблемы с... Yes? Yeah. Полина. Nice to meet you, yes.
Okay, it's right, so it's right.
Yes. We all remember this one, right? Now the stage is yours.
Thank you, Dmitry. Good evening, everyone. Let's start. Imagine you are running into a member of board of directors in an elevator. What would you talk to him about? Or another situation, you happen to find yourself at your friend's grandmother's birthday, and everyone is waiting for you to produce a fantastic toast. You're probably thrilled and full of enthusiasm, right? It's difficult to overestimate the ability to be a good spontaneous communicator in our day-to-day life, right? And Toastmasters table topics provide us a great opportunity to practice this useful skill. So let's do it tonight. I have a magic bag for you tonight. And each participator needs to pick up 4 paper cards with different words written on them. And each storyteller, because they will be storytellers, they need to read these words out loud and then to combine a story related to the topic of today's meeting, which is, yes, exactly. So you know everything about the timing of this beautiful procedure, I can guess, but I can remind it to you. Every storyteller will have 30 seconds to prepare, and each table topic speech must be delivered in between 1 minute and 2.30. And every participator delivered his or her story between this time will automatically become the best table topics vote. So now you know everything. Are there any volunteers? Great. Please come here, Artur. Now we need to pick up 4 cards, read out loud the words written on them, and combine a story about Serenity.
Okay.
It's full of papers.
Okay.
What's the word?
Smile, balance, passenger, boss. Boss. El jefe. El jefe. Okay, 30 seconds, right? I feel overwhelmed because I'm a man. I'm not multitasking at all, guys. But let's construct a story. One day, my boss and we flew to Madrid. Hola, ¿qué tal? And my boss was nervous as hell because it was so important to him to make a deal of his life. He was so nervous, his hands were shaking, his legs as well. He was drinking a coffee all the time, like a true German. And I was his protege, sat on the right, completely still, observing him how he was fighting his stages of nervousness and stress. And then I saw an old lady. She was calm. She has a very particular depth in her eyes. She was dressed in green, and green is the color of hope. And I told my boss, hey boss, do you know that green is the color of hope? Suddenly, the stress released him and he began to thinking. And he was like, oh yes, that's right. So do you think we are going to be successful? I said, yes, we will. We will make a deal, because when you see yellow, it's bad for you, because it's the color of stress and it's the color of hunger. Do you know the logo of McDonald's? Yellow and red are chosen on purpose. And when you see red, you can concentrate and you can think clearly with your prefrontal cortex. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you see the color of green, make sure to stop on time. Over to you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Artur. It was just fantastic. Well, next participator. Great.
Hello again, everyone. My name's Yuri, for those who doesn't know me. Just one? 4? 1, 2, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sun, Prosecco, Moon. So, as far as I realize, the word of the day is serenity, isn't it? Okay. I hope, an interesting revelation for you. When I was a child, about maybe 10 years old, I was keen on fantastic landscapes of other planets, moons, etc., stars, space, far space. I collected magazines with such drawing. In English, it's called artist's concept of far galaxy, of black hole, etc. So, and one picture, one drawing, one artist concept. Just imagine landscape like in the night, because on the planet there was no atmosphere. Just lifeless landscape and huge chasm. Chasm, for those who does not know, it's like крутой овраг, балка, разлом, chasm. And the name of the picture was named Serenity in Russian. Maybe, I don't know, probably there is something mystic in our life. And when Charon, the biggest Pluto's moon, was discovered and clear picture was taken, and one chasm on Charon was named Serenity Chasm. So, okay, as total. I just imagine myself in a spaceship looking at the sun near Charon, look at the Serenity Chasm. Charon is the biggest moon of Pluto, and drinking Prosecco.
Thank you for such a cosmic story. So, who would like to? Oh. Alina.
So, break, mobile phone, stars, flowers.
So that is a story of me starting to learn German. It happened about a month ago. It turned out to be much more difficult than I supposed it would be. So we were constantly asked questions, and there was no break. Our teachers didn't ever stop asking us questions in German. It's our first class, come on. I didn't understand a thing. I had always had a mobile phone with me with a Google Translator, because there would be no chance I would somehow manage to do it without my phone. So there were a lot of new words like flowers, stars, cars, economics, and everything. I wondered, what is wrong with the choice of the vocabulary? How can I know why? I don't know it in Russian. I don't know it in English. And the words were so long, it made me wonder, maybe they just put a finger on the keyboard and moved it in one direction. The word that surprised me most was Betriebswirtschaftslehre. Thank you very much. It turns out to be a study of the economical situation at the company or something like that. So I couldn't ask my teacher these questions because I didn't want to be scolded. However, right now I feel more confident because I started concentrating more. However, I still use my telephone and my translator.
Thank you, Arina. Who would like to come here next? Dmitry, no? You wanted?
So I have to pick 4 words, right?
Mhm.
And then create something from them.
Something about Serenity.
Something about Serenity. Oh, I have exactly 4 words, which would be light, library, water, and elephant. Okay. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make her drink, right? Well, it's the other way around with elephants, and they tend to drink a hell of a lot of water, as we all know. Life in Africa has never been kind to any animals, and the same way it goes with elephants. And I've noticed that I used to be more of a horse throughout all my life. I was too stubborn to drink what was at hand, whether it was water or any other liquid, let's say. We will not discuss that I'm an alcoholic today, at least. But what I found out eventually was that some quiet spaces full of light, full of hopeful space, are no less pleasant to me than the libraries that I used to visit throughout my childhood, throughout my adolescence, and throughout the early years of me being in university. So now I'm not asking myself whether I find serenity in the places I used to find them, but rather enjoy a random, fortunate revelations that I face throughout every day. Thank you very much.
Anyone else? This is it.
I remember. What about it, right?
Forget to introduce yourself, please.
Natasha.
Or
Okay. Table topics, music, deadlines, Toastmasters. I'm lucky girl. um, okay. So last year, my husband and me, we visited one speaking club to train our speaking skills, but in Russian. And when we finished our educational course, my husband told me that he wanted to continue, but now he wanted it in English. And taking into account that all, say, back office work in our family is on my own, I began to look for such activities in English in Moscow. At that time, I was snowed under with my work. I had a lot of deadlines, and at some point, nevertheless, I decided to take a pause in my work. Not take a pause, just stop it a little bit and discover what is going on in Moscow with public speaking in English. So I turn on, such kind of music, lo-fi or lo-fi. I'm not, so it's not my cup of tea. I mean, but I'm not in this. I'm not a music, so I can't expert. Yeah, thank you. So finally, I found this global organization, Toastmasters. I can say that it wasn't easy for me, but nevertheless, I managed with this task. And now we are here in this club, and we are going to be members and to choose our pathways, and maybe in the future we finish this course, so all these 5 levels and do all these jobs. Thank you. Oh, that's it.
It was 1 year.
I just understand that I will be ashamed if after my wife I went from. Yeah. My name is Alexei. 4 random cuts. 3. Waves. Public transport. Log. And hammer. Absolutely random words. Before I try to make the story from these words, I want to say, oh, I have 2 minutes, yeah. I want to apologize in front of all Toastmasters, because sitting there, I just realized that we are still the guests. We didn't enroll. Somehow I decided that the guest is someone who visited this beautiful club for the first time. I'm technically here for the 3rd time. My wife is for the 4th time, but we haven't enrolled that. I swear we are not greedy. It's just because we need some, not serenity, just time, just to do all this procedure, understand how we should do it, proceed, all this bureaucratic stuff. And that's my oath in front of all of you, that this Saturday we sit and do all this stuff. And next time, I really hope that we will be full members of this club. Yeah. That wasn't the story. That's my own. You can ask me next time
If we didn't, so shame on us. Hammer, lock, I don't know how all these words are related to Serenity. I'll try to improvise and speak from my head and say tell impromptu. Hope that I'll use some of these words, but my speech will be definitely about Serenity. When we were going there, I asked my wife what the topic is. She sent me the topic. I looked for this curriculum and Serenity. Frankly speaking, Serenity, it's something familiar. What is Serenity? Yeah, okay, Serenity. And when I realized that I know this word, a picture popped up in my mind, and I realized what Serenity is for me. Last year, we had a rest. No, I think I'll start a little bit with different thing, with some introduction. I'm a very strange person. I work as an individual entrepreneur. I have no weekends, have no vacations. I have a lot of work, so it's my choice, a deliberate choice. And I have my own KPIs. So I have somewhere around from 10 to 15 KPIs, and every year I set them, and then by the end of the year I check how I was successful, what I achieved, what I didn't, and so I replan it for the next year. I have my personal timesheets, not only for my work, but for my personal KPIs to understand how much time I spent and how much I achieved. And that's the thing. And among these KPIs, so I have two blocks, in Russian and English block. It's just, I decided to try it, and I've been doing it for, I don't know, 3-4 years. Yeah, I have a lot of articles that helped me and that stuff. And last year, I decided to write an article at least a month in English and in Russian. But I almost failed with it. It's difficult. If someone writes, you can understand that it's difficult. You need to know the topic. You need to make up it, and then you have to put it on a paper so that it will look nice, and etc. And it's time consuming. It's really time consuming, and it requires a lot of time. When I see how much time it took from me, I understand that, oh yeah, what is outcome? So I wrote, nobody even read it, so, but I'll continue. And we traveled to Georgia last year. I am a snowboarder, my wife goes skiing. And I remember we have a favorite slope in Gudauri. We descended, and I sat, took a hot wine, and that was a Serenity for me. It has this plateau, I don't know how to call it, has a really picturesque, a nice picture. It's Serenity. It's mountains, snow, the very beautiful view. And I started looking at it, drinking wine, having rest between descendants, and I started thinking, okay, I'm failing with all my articles. Red, please, please, I am not on time. I will finish in 30 minutes and 30 seconds. And it took me 15 seconds and 30 seconds to understand how I can catch up with two articles this month, and to finish and to complete my KPIs. That would make me happy. Sorry for such a final, but I just noticed the red tower.
Yeah, looks like that. Well, guys, now we are kind of finished. So now please don't forget to vote for the table topic speaker. Okay, you may find QR code in our agenda or in our chat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paulina. It was a wonderful table topic session, really new for me, and I think for every one of us, because this idea we are speaking for words and creating something from scratch is really engaging. It is good for your imagination, and I really love that. So thank you very much. Now we are moving very close to the conclusion of our lesson. And this is the part where I call to the stage our general evaluator, Alexander Baranov, who will tell us how this meeting was conducted, how well performed, and did we actually find anything except for Serenity throughout the meeting, right? So, Sasha, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Okay, let's do this. We have not much time left. First of all, I want to say some things about how this meeting went, and then I will invite to the stage all the minor roles. What I want to thank you all for tonight. First of all, Dmitry, this was a lovely job, how you managed the role of the Toastmaster of the Day. I think that the transitions were very smooth. It was really interesting and engaging to listen to. You really made this evening a holistic event because we smoothly transitioned to every minor role, every speech. You also created some atmosphere of I think really serenity between you and each speaker, each participant, because you not only introduced the role and then left it like this. After each speech, each introduction, each happening which was here on the stage, you also made some personal connection with the speaker, which was really great to listen to. You were not really just the Toastmaster of the Day introducing some theme. You guided this event, you were hosting it, and you made this atmosphere really welcoming. Thank you very much for this, and a great round of applause to Dmitry. What I really liked, and this is what I introduced into this speech of mine, is your engagement into the life of each speaker by welcoming and encouraging the audience for making this round of applause to each speaker. This was really fun. This created great energy. We are really a club for fun. We are not a business club. And this we can see this and feel this on each of our meetings. And that is why we maybe a little bit lack some discipline. And this is from meeting to meeting. Each meeting we hear great introductions of the timer role, and we feel how important is it to keep the track of time, how it helps us live, how it helps us reach our goals. But then we only notice this work of the timer on the speeches. We keep track. Yeah, you were half a minute late in your speech. Yeah, keep track of the time. But generally on the meeting, I think we lose it. And this is because, this is my hypothesis, which I'll check it. Maybe this is because of the wrong understanding of some roles, maybe of the role of the Toastmaster of the Day. I'm sorry that I missed the beginning of this meeting. That's why I cannot tell you whether this was something wrong with your role or not. But generally, what I see in the role of the Toastmaster of the Day, the people perceive it like a small speech. And actually, what I heard from my colleagues, which are much more experienced than me, that the role of the Toastmaster of the day is not to make a speech, not to introduce some theme, but just to make a topic to take some topic in order to make smooth connections between the minor roles and to introduce a small speech of the thought of the day, so that this meeting looks like a whole, not just a combination of different speeches and different people speaking on the stage. And the Toastmaster of the day, according to the schedule, has 10 minutes in order to somehow quickly introduce the topic, to provide some transitions between 3 roles, and also this time shall fit in the role of the thought of the day, which shall also be a speech, but a very small one, very concise one. So I don't know what we can do with this. Maybe some training, maybe some take some experience from above, from the division level or somewhere. I think that since I spoke about this now, this is my job to do it and to find out. But this is something which we shall introduce into our future meetings, and this is a great thing, because we not only shall have fun in this organization and on these meetings, but also to learn, to keep discipline, to challenge ourselves and to make ourselves better. So this is generally all what I wanted to say about this meeting. Generally, it was really fun and great as ever. And now on the points which were checked by special people in these meetings. Or can somebody tell me whether we shall first personal evaluator, really? Okay, then personal evaluators, and after that, everything else. The first speech was an icebreaker by Arina, and it was evaluated by Anna Rubinina. I don't see her here. She's online. Great. Anna, are you ready to provide your evaluation of the icebreaker?
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Can you hear me? Arina, congratulations with your first Toastmasters speech. I can't see you. Okay. Hello. Dear guests and Toastmasters. So Arina told us a story from her life and came across as a very determined, creative, studious, and persistent person. And I'm sure that your way in Toastmasters will be as it will be easier, you know, because we here will get more support, more advice, and better structure. So let me tell you what I liked in your speech. So the message is very we like these stories of success and how we overcome our how we face challenges in life. I also like that you chose the humorous path and implemented some humor in your first speech. The contrast between the story how you studied law and then Mumu, it was really funny. And so you started using humor so in your first speech. Then I also liked your language. You used some idioms, for example, pain in the neck, and there was some others. So your English is very, very good. You also felt very confident on stage. I couldn't, so from the side, I think that you kept good eye contact with the audience. If I'm right, can someone wave the audience and to prove my words? So you didn't look up to the ceiling as most beginners do, or at the floor. You looked straight into the eyes of the audience, and you moved a little bit. You didn't stand on one place, just didn't took the stage, but still your movements were very delicate, I would say. But you felt relaxed. And so these are 4 points. I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't give any advice for improvement because that's the first speech. Just keep on going and practice. And we are looking forward to your next speeches. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. I have really nothing to add. You noticed the points which I noted for me. Humor was really great for the first speech, and you felt really confident, Arina, on the stage. I liked it very much. A great start, and we wish you a great way here and a great pathway in our club. And now a standing ovation for the icebreaker. Why not? 18? Yeah. Thank you so much. Let's move to the next. Так, у нас Галя замена. We have Artur as a personal evaluator of Lazar's speech. Please welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. Well, Draghi, congrats on your second speech. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a list. On the left side, things that amazed me. On the right side, things that Lazar could work on. We start with the left side, with the more tense side, with the more interesting. Lazar and all of you, I think you would admit that Lazar has a pretty strong, bold presence on this stage. Guys, he has charisma, and you should keep it going, because as soon as you stand here, everybody can see you. You have a very strong presence, you have a very strong voice, and we all see you. So as soon as you step on this stage, it belongs to you, and this is your choice how you command this stage and how you interact with certain groups of your audience. Well done. What I really liked, and I noticed this kind of skill not in every speaker, is the ability to produce humorous content like this. Look, all the guys are laughing. So because they memorize your song, they memorize how you put the rhythm on this stage. So this is one of your skills that you can elaborate on. And personally, I think you are on the right path, engaging humor. Keep it going. What I really appreciated is that you elaborated a very interesting story about your background, because Lazar is from Serbia and he came to Russia. And you elaborated a very clean story. Dare to suck as a migrant. I speak for myself. I'm a migrant in Russia as well. Dare to suck. Tea, cevapcici. Tea and cevapcici is actually something that every Serbian and Balkanese knows. But tea is very special. Tea is only be drunk when you are sick. See, they memorize. You know why? Because you put very clear stories in our hands. Like a semen, you put it in the earth so the plant can grow. So keep on this storytelling. And now we come to the part where Lazar can become much better speaker. Should I roast you like a cevapcici? Yeah. All right. I can. Well done. I cannot promise, but I will try. So what I would really what I would really suggest you and challenge you on is on your body language. Okay. Try to avoid standing like this. This is called preacher's hand, ladies and gentlemen. When you stay here and standing this way, like you are closed, you can't move, you can't use your arms like this. Hey, you know, Dare to Suck, Aerosmith? This is the way we use, okay? The body language. And the more interesting part is Lazar ended his speech at 4:20. 4:20, you know this gag? I don't know if it's a twist of fate or if it was on purpose, but what I want to urge you on is to elaborate much more clear story. You have storytelling, you have points, cultural points, which made us laugh, which made us to interact with you based on your experience. Put this way, Dare to Suck? Okay, I sucked here and that, list of points. T, where I experienced tea, like you said, okay, in Russia, everyone offer tea. And then chevape. Chevape is Balkanese food. Chevape, maybe you can elaborate an experience and try to present us. So all in all, please keep up your presence. Please expand your presence on this speech, but don't forget to elaborate your structure and present a better structured speech next time.
Thank you so much. This was a great roastage of your speech. And in fact, it really is a disconnection in my mind. You are a very open person. You tell us personal stories. You are vulnerable on stage. You tell us very intimate things, and you even dare to sing here. But on the other side, you are closed. And this makes a disconnection. I think that you have the energy and you have the courage to do it really open and do it in a more artistic manner. Thank you for noting this. And this will make you really a great speaker. And with each speech, if you use at least a little more gestures, this will make you greater and greater. Thank you very much. And now the next personal evaluator of Dmitry Dubrovsky's speech, Valeria Pogorelova. Welcome on stage.
Thank you. Dima, you know, I very much relate to the struggle of learning English because I'm an English teacher. And it is a lifelong process, just like public speaking, which we discussed at the beginning of today's meeting. But already, right after your speech, Samira and I looked at each other and we were like, humorous speech contest? Yes, absolutely, 100%. You have a speech ready for a contest already. I would like to discuss today specifically the intentional parts, what I thought was intentional in your speech, and also some unintentional parts, what you can work on, what you can challenge yourself with. Firstly, your speech structure, very easy to follow. The journey of learning English, the struggles of learning English, and the final of hope and continuation, perseverance in this journey. And we all know green is the color of hope. So that was lovely. Your storytelling, very clear, very easy to follow. Also, you have a very natural presence on stage. You came out, you were smiling already. You were speaking, you were smiling. This is lovely to connect with an audience that don't know you, and of course, with people who do know you. So please continue to do that. And I noticed some intentional body language when you were describing your teacher and you were like, you showed the fist. My teacher at school was a very, very strong character. And what was your reaction as a student to her? Help! And you put your hands in a little prayer. Nice intentional movements. Let's talk about the unintentional part. This is very common. Anna actually already mentioned it, walking and looking at the ground. So there was a lot of this. There was a lot of very pensive, lost in thoughts. And it's okay to use when necessary. if you want to show us your deep in thought, you were thinking about something. But if you want to just move on stage, look at the audience, give them eye contact. Yes, Artur, I'm giving you eye contact. I can see you. Some people really want it, so we want you to look at us, even when you are walking. Or you can stand and also move your head like this as well. See what works for you. So this is about the intentional parts. Another point I wanted to mention, yes, make your movements intentional, make your voice intentional. Everything has to support the story. So if you're talking about being nervous, start speaking a bit faster, a little bit, you show this nervousness in your voice. If you're speaking about something important, you slow down. Everything has to work for the story. It has to work with your message together as a whole unit. So this is what you can challenge yourself with. And what I would like to tell you with public speaking, just like with English, you have to build your capacity. When you go to the gym, you build muscle. First, you start building with 5 kilograms. Then you're like, okay, this is easy now. I can lift more. Then you move to 10. Okay, you start it a little bit more difficult. It's the same with public speaking. You will be nervous every time you go on stage. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you that it's true. But you will build your capacity to handle that stress, to handle those nerves. That's all what it's all about. So I'm looking forward to your humorous speech contest. Thank you very much for your speech.
Thank you, Valeria. Just an exemplary evaluation. Okay, now moving to the minor roles. Let us check whether it was everything okay with our speaking. I'm inviting to the stage Artyom.
Unfortunately, there will be no top list of those who use bad words. But you know, you are all great speakers. Maybe you need little bit improvements. So I can tell you only the most frequent words that you use. There was a, and that's all. So I think you are great.
Thank you for being concise. Now it's time to look for our time usage, and I'm inviting to the stage Yekaterina.
Well, I probably have scared some of you too much because Lazar finished his speech in just 4:30. You should have done it for 5 minutes at least. Most of you kept within the time frame. Only in topic table sessions, only Artur went over the limit 27 seconds. Also in his evaluation speech, he went over for 1 minute and 27 seconds as well. And Alex went over the time limit as well. Other than that, you did a good job and you were brief enough.
Thank you very much, you all who participated in the minor roles. This was really a great job. It's a necessary job in our meetings. And now it's time to have fun. No. And I'm inviting to the stage Tatiana for our quiz master session. Will I help you? Can you? Yeah. Thank you so very much.
Okay, and you're going to read the questions. Guys, here it is, the rules for answering the questions. Number one, please don't answer the questions, those of you whom I used as a base for my question, to be fair. Then listen to me carefully. Do not answer before I finished asking. You're going to be penalized for that. Number 3, I do ask tricky questions, so do not be surprised. So how many thousands of clubs does Toastmasters organization have? No. Katya? How many mentors are, Arthur? Yeah. How many mentors does this club have? 3. List them all. There are a lot of them. Okay. And at the very beginning, Dmitry read us a poem. Who is the author?
Frost, George.
Robert, but Frost, yeah. Lara, yeah, you deserved one. Daria was sitting and trying to concentrate, to be productive in her story. Where was she sitting? At her desk. Who was the first? Fine, okay. What DIY does stand for? Do it yourself. Do it yourself. Like sweet, Arthur. When Irina was thinking about her major, what was her first choice? Major. No. No, that's not the full answer. Criminal law. Okay. Lazar was singing a song. Haven't finished yet. And he was walking down the street. And which street was it? Katya. Yeah, exactly. Dmitry finished some English courses. Then he went to a school, English school, to continue his education. What was the name of the school? No, Danish school, Natasha. Dmitry was planning to go to Oxford, and he was planning to sit with his English family. And what was the what was he planning to discuss during the lunchtime? Samira. Samira was first. Right. When to practice your spontaneous speaking skills, you will have a good choice doing it at the party. According to Paulina, what party would it be? You are going to the party. Grandma's birthday? Yes, keep it, Alexander. Your friend's grandma's birthday, but you still can keep it. Okay. What was Arthur's boss eating on the plane? Irina, because that was a tricky question. He wasn't eating, he was drinking coffee, right? That was a good listening skill. And what kind of device Irina used in her table topics speech? You don't answer. Correct, Samira. And which continent Dmitry mentioned in his table topic speech? And how many KPIs does Alexei have in average? You don't know.
10 to 15.
10 to 15. 10 to 15. Alexander. And what did Tatiana mention? No. Whose quote Tatiana mentioned into Winston Churchill? Who was? And which planet Yuri used in his table topic presentation? Pluto. Who was first? Lazar mentioned 3 countries in his speech. Which countries? What? Which countries did he mention? Someone, one, no. No, stop. You mentioned yourself. Someone else, 3 countries. Serbia, 1. Russia, Great Britain, exactly. Samira, I guess. And okay, last question. What is this club for? Exactly. That's it. Thank you. You can keep it.
No, I'm an adult.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And now, President, please close this meeting.
Okay. Guys, thank you for one of the most hilarious meetings. We have a special milestone to celebrate today because our new member delivered her very first project, and this is our member Arina Zdashkova. Please come to the stage. I would like to present Icebreaker ribbon. Yeah. Okay. And the winner of the table topic session is the member of the different club. It is Artur Baimler. Ну, я это present. Okay, so next time we meet in 2 weeks on 22nd of April in this location in Krasная Presnya Park. So I hope that you will all join again. And I invite all of you to the after party. Okay? T-shirts after the meeting. Yeah, yes, let's take a group photo. Ань, а где камера? Ань, включи камеру. Аня, она меня не слышно. Мне кажется, она отошла, скорее всего. Поэтому.